Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. We're going to talk about some more animation, and we're going to talk to these characters and answer some weird multiple choice questions with actually quite a lot of significance for our future. Alright, what do you got to say, buddy? What do I want out of life? To broaden my horizons. Yep. See, if you've never played Kingdom Hearts before, and maybe even if you have, you don't really realize how important your answers to these questions are. What am I afraid of? Being indecisive. I'm incredibly certain of this. Alright, next question, what do you got? What's most important to me? Being the, friendship. So, I've just chosen how my character will level for the rest of the game. Though I have no idea about it. I mean, I do, but I wouldn't. I didn't the first time I played it, that's for sure. Okay, so I think your adventure begins at midday, keep a steady pace, and you'll come through fine. I think that means I have a pretty even pace of leveling my character throughout the whole rest of the game. Not a whole lot of variation beginning game to late game, so sure, that sounds good, but boy, that's cryptic. The day you will open the door is both far off and very near. Cool. Thanks. Anyway, animation. That's what we're talking about. Gosh, that's pretty. I so love these murals. Are they murals? Looks like stained glass. Do those count as murals? They don't really feel like windows. Don't really know what the appropriate name or term for this sort of illuminated stained glass looking floor is. That's okay. Alright, let's move forward here. So I talked about last... Press start to open the menu screen, except you can't, because the menu screen doesn't exist until later, so that's a bit silly. Anyway, I was talking a bit earlier about how that one of the big challenges for Square in making and animating Kingdom Hearts is that they've got to design the world and design the characters and animate the characters in a way that Final Fantasy and Disney characters, who we're all really familiar with, don't look bizarre standing next to each other. Which is a pretty big challenge. One of the other really big challenges is just the amount of animation they need to create for this. The amount and the quality they need to try to aim for. Because, I mean, there's a lot of animation in this game. There's a lot of characters from a lot of different franchises that everyone knows. I mean, this is a AAA game, so the quality's at least gotta be at a pretty good level. And not only that, but this Kingdom Hearts franchise is bringing together two other franchises that are really high fidelity in terms of animation. Like, Final Fantasy games have a lot of great animation in them. It's a pretty high bar. Disney animation is some of the best in the world. And this game is full of characters that we all know and love that are incredibly well animated in their original film incarnations. And so to make them feel right and make it feel like them, you really want to animate them as closely as you can to how they looked in their original films. And that's a big ask. That's a lot of work. Because, I mean, they can't use motion capture for this to get... Like, motion capture is good if you need a lot of really naturalistic, realistic physical motion, and you need it in bulk. Like, motion capture is not for doing cartoony things. And Disney characters, like, in motion capture would look bizarre. Like, you know the 2D animated films that use rotoscoping for some of the scenes or for some of the characters? And you know how kind of weirdly too real it kind of looks sometimes? Like weirdly natural and yeah, just that would look bizarre on a lot of Disney characters. And motion capture would look much the same way, so they can't use that tool. So really they just gotta hand animate a lot of really high quality, nice looking, cartoony, roughly Disney style animation. And not just like 1 hour and a half long feature of it. Like, they've got to animate, how long is this game? Like 30, 40 hours? They've got to animate enough content to fill all that with tons of characters. That's a challenge. honestly, even just animating a few characters up to a Disney level of quality and caliber, that by itself is enormous. And I mean, obviously this game doesn't quite live up to that. Like, Disney animation is incredible and done by some of the best animators in the world. And so the Disney characters you see in this game are not going to look nearly as well animated as you will see in their feature films, but they still look pretty good. They look recognizably like them. Kudos to the Square animation team for what they did manage to accomplish. And on a PS2, no less. You know, I love that, like, Kingdom Hearts is a bizarre idea anyway. It's essentially a branding exercise, right? Like, here's Disney, here's Final Fantasy, let's mash them up with all of your favorite characters, and let's somehow make that work. That by itself is weird, conceptually, but I love that whole intro tutorial section with all the stained glass and the dark abstract space and all this stuff is basically just saying, trust me, it's weirder than you think. I really like Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I mostly like Kingdom Hearts. When it's not being really stupid, I really like Kingdom Hearts. Its plot and story have become just a catastrophe, and there's lots of stupid things that it does, but as a kid who grew up watching Disney animated features and then grew into playing and loving lots of Final Fantasy games, I exist pretty much in every single quadrant that this game can appeal to.
Give me a break, Kyrie.
Sorry, you lazy bum. I knew that I'd find you snoozing down here.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow!
Are you still dreaming?
It wasn't a dream. Or was it? I don't know. What was that place? So bizarre.
Yeah, sure.
Say, Kyrie, what was your hometown like? You know, where you grew up?
I've told you before. I don't remember.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
You ever want to go back?
Well, I'm happy here.
Really?
But you know, I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I'd like to see it too. Along with any other worlds out there. I want to see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
Hey!
I still really like these games despite everything. Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna come out, and it's gonna be really dumb in a lot of ways, but I'm gonna play it and probably like it.
And you're just as lazy as he is.
Gosh, they've got like 7 Ansems or Xehanorts, or I don't even remember what his name is anymore. I tried to draw up a graph once to try to keep track of like how many Soras and Xehanorts there are, and I was still missing some, like at the time I made that up. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. I love it. Sort of. And hate it. I mostly love it. Like, the soundtrack is a big part of the nostalgia for me, actually. Like, I love Yoko Shimomura's work here. Okay, yeah, I can go into a menu now. I can finally get this. This entire time, the camera has been... Where's the correct menu? The entire time, the camera has been inverted on exactly the wrong axes in both directions, so... Camera's been a little weird for me, but, yeah, that's so much better. Cool, okay. Camera control, got it back. Okay, what was I supposed to be doing? Oh, that's right, gathering supplies. What was that again? Jeez. Oh, I'm building a raft, that's what I'm doing. Logs, cloth, rope. I can totally do that. And I will do that next time here on Extra Play with this unnamed animation series. And yeah, we'll talk some more about Kingdom Hearts animations. See you guys then.